Millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Make him work. When you get close, he can't fucking fight in the inside. Trust me. How long you been trusting me? Get close to him and just keep hoping. When I say penitentiary, put him in him.
I put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young, rich nigga.
Separate yourself.
Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great. Non-stop. Keep the pace.
I'm down.
Yo, what's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast with your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all with another one. How y'all doing, man? Y'all already know what it is. It's Friday on the Rize Podcast, man. I hope y'all had a safe and blessed week. As I always say, if you're going through something, make sure you talk to somebody and let it off your chest. People have lost their minds out here. But I pray that everybody in the chat be safe. And we're going to get this thing rolling. We're going to get this ball rolling. Let me get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes. First ballot Hall of Famer, Baltimore's own. GTD Promotions, redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kanichibed.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, go over to www.nardslipgallery.org. Use the code RIZE10. You'll get 10% off. Check out his merch and his artistry. Don't forget to go over to www.miakillerb.com. Go over to her page, support her and her boxing journey and her merch. Shout out to Richie Baby for the 5 intros and edits. R.I.P. to Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. R.I.P. to John Boy. They are truly missed. Shout out the Bad Girls Promotions featuring Miss Nikki, a.k.a. Miss Olivia Pope, Coach Brandy. Shout out to EOE, Education Over Everything. My Brother Movement. Shout out to Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News. Aunt McQueen Boxing. Don't forget to go over to Four Corners Boxing featuring Maurice and Jenny Jones every Wednesday night. 15 rounds of boxing. Also, shout out the AO clothing line, Pro Soul boxing gear and clothing line. Under Armour, thanks for all that you do. Don't forget to go down to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. Get your Shari's Essentials, 12 rolls for $7. And shout out to Stretched Out Boxing. And last but not least, Official Gear Boxing. All the fighters wearing it. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box Raw. All right. Go over here. Let me see. All right, man. Let me get holiday body. Melody Queen 27. How you doing? Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in, please, and then thank you. Lewis 4500. What it do, champ? Melody Queen 27, the best moderator in the game. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Rize Podcast. Cash App $GEESSUS $Code Squeeze. Support the channel. Get your merch on the RizePodcast.com. Jarrell Davis, GTD all day. Stretched Out Boxing. Ace is the place at a helping hardware store. Thanks for your support. Daryl Hopkins, Miss Lloyd Reed, Mike Rhyme, Abdul Malik. Blessings to you, Thomas Hill. Appreciate that. Who passed away, Thomas Hill? We gonna see soon. Val Henderson, Tank closing in on the lights. He about to cancel his light bill. Cold Squeeze. Now and later, he gonna say today that he was wrong. He said Tank do have a Hall of Fame career. Now stay on that side, Timmy. That's right. Keep him straight, Miss Melody Queen. G Tatted Up TV. Taking his manhood. Tank is the face. Haney's a disgrace. Lisa Smith, what it do? God bless. Terrance Crawford, the night Terrance Crawford beats Canelo. Roelly Romero upgraded to full welterweight champion. Undaunted, what it do? I ain't see that. He got upgraded to full welterweight champion. Anybody know anything about that? Talk to me. Anybody know anything about that? Because I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, right back at you with another one. Joseph Foster, how y'all doing? Mark, peace and blessings. I guess don't nobody know nothing about Roelly Romero being upgraded to full welterweight champion. I know he fought at welterweight last time. Didn't him and Ryan fight at welterweight the last time? So I'm not understanding that. But Terrance Crawford beats Canelo. What y'all think about that? Once again, what's y'all thoughts on Bud beating Canelo? Y'all giving, what kind of chance y'all giving them? Have it changed since the last time we talked about it? is getting closer. It's for September, if I'm not mistaken, right? September. So we closing in. We closing in. Definitely on this fight. Who y'all got? We getting close. Anybody change their mind on who y'all got or not? But I drive old cars. I'm glad somebody's saying something. You see Keyshawn. I saw it, but I ain't watch it. Kobe Tron. Yeah, September the 13th. Taking his manhood Haney box like he had his manhood taken prior to his last fight. Abdul Malik. I really think Bud can outwork him. Tough, man. Tough. Like I said, man, undaunted. Roelly and Ryan fought the WBA regular belt at welterweight. Okay, I knew it was at welterweight. Kobe Tron say I got Bud by unanimous decision. Bud say he gonna knock him out. Okay, he got elevated when Boots vacated. Okay, hey man, Roelly, like Roelly or not, Roelly staying in the fold of things, man. Roelly definitely staying in the fold of the thicker things. Did y'all see? No. I drive old cars, say Bud by ass whip. Stick and move, engage when need be. Just don't stand there. Do you agree? Yes. I agree. I definitely agree with that. I agree. He definitely gonna have to use his height, his length, every inch of him. He gonna have to use every inch of him. Definitely gonna have to. We know Canelo gonna try to pressure him, cut the ring off, come forward. You know Canelo like to come forward, and Bud definitely gonna have to turn him. Yeah, definitely you gonna have to keep turning them. Yeah. He ain't gonna be able to. I wouldn't recommend him standing there trading with Canelo. Bud ain't knocked out his last opponent that ended a streak, which that ain't nothing. You can't knock anybody out. That style. I'm just trying to keep it a buck, man. With this fight as much as I can. I'm trying to squeeze a lemon out of a grape. Metrimov was a different style of fighter. Bud turned the heat up when he had to in that fight, when he needed to, but he was very cautious, which he should have been, in the Metromorph fight. That's a tough style to fight. A person with good feet, irky jerky, bunch of feints, lot of boxing cardio, and I'm sure he had some pop on his punches because Bud would have walked him down and got him out of there. Now, we know Canelo coming forward and he going to attack the body. He going to attack the body. So, we definitely going to see that. Bud gonna have to parry the jab, touch him with the brick hand, keep him honest, get that brick hand back to his chin, and turn Canelo, keep that jab in Canelo's face. Move, but not too much movement. This a tough one, yo. I don't care what none of you guys say, man. To go up basically 3 weight classes, because he only had one fight at 54. So he basically jumping from 47 to 68. Anybody can do it, Bud can. If anybody can do it, Bud can, man. And then you gotta look at, is Father Time gonna catch up with Canelo on that night, September the 13th? Could it be possibly that Canelo, Father Time, catches up with Canelo too? September the 13th. A lot of people saying he didn't cut the ring off in his last fight. Or said he didn't come to fight. So they criticized Boots when Boots couldn't Yakuzan. You need to corner your prey. William Scott was his name. You need to corner your prey and get him out of there. But I would have liked to see Bud fight somebody at 68. But it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing with Bud. Brooklyn BZ, what it do? Rayfield 32, where y'all bet? True Culture. Oh, okay, that's a Canelo will TK old Crawford, 8th round body shot. It's possible. Brooklyn BZ, I don't know who wins, but I know it's going to be epic. Curious to see if Bud can hurt Canelo. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. What happened last time we seen Canelo get rocked rocked. When have we ever saw Canelo get when Sugar Shane rock Floyd type of rock? Have I missed it? Somebody fill me in. Have we ever saw Canelo get Sugar Shane and Floyd Mayweather rock? I mean, it's the first time for everything. But even when he fought Bivol at 175, he took some shots and stood in there, man. Canelo a monster. Canelo a monster. Do Bud have enough to hurt Canelo? Hit him to the cranium, rattle him, and it's a tall order. Adam Brashear. Metromov's irky-jerky style made it hard to land solid shots, of course. And that fight definitely style made fights. Definitely in that one. Taking this, man, if y'all ever seen the movie Lockdown with DeAndre Barnes and Master P, y'all know my picture. Kareem Hassan, big love, family. Hit that like button. What's up, Squeeze? What it do, champ? Yeah, that is, man. That's and they're not fought nobody at 168. I would have liked to seen them fight Anthony Durrell or Caleb Plant, then Canelo. All right, y'all, let me bring them on in. I ain't gonna hold them up real long. This last time I was trying to bring them in, I couldn't get them in, and I was pissed off about it. But y'all already know who he is, man. My partner in crime, the one, the only, the infamous, my brother, Ant McQueen in the building, a living legend.
Appreciate the kind words. So as you can see, I'm over here. I'm in the Rize mansion. You see the plush couch right here, the fireplace. Yeah. Seeing you left the key under the mat.
Oh, okay.
Salute to all access.
My man.
Wall Street only says Bud ain't slick enough to do it. I don't know. I don't know.
Somebody say Bud gonna get knocked out 8th round.
No, I've never seen Canelo be hurt. That's what makes me curious. I've seen Canelo hurt before. I think that Canelo's got a good poker face, though.
Look. I said, I don't know how much of the podcast you caught, but I just said I never seen Canelo beat Sugar Shane Mosley and Floyd Mayweather hurt. When Sugar hurt Floyd, I never saw that. Not saying that he hasn't been hurt. He has a poker face. I totally agree. Some people show it, some people don't. But that's a hell of a poker face. And I'm sure he has been. Everybody get hurt and rocked. But I never saw him, Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Shane Mosley type of hurt.
He's been hurt like that once in his career. It was against Miguel Cotto's brother, Jose Cotto. It was many moons ago. Aside from that, he's been buzzed a couple of times. I think he's got a good poker face, doesn't panic, never touched the canvas. Generally, he responds appropriately when he has been buzzed. I think that goes a long way because you see some guys get hurt and They try to move off too far or too soon on shaky legs. Everybody ain't got the wherewithal. Like the example that you just gave with Shane and Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd got hit hard, tied him up, steadied himself, got through it. Then you got other instances like my man Zab Judah when he got dropped by Costa Zoo. He got up too soon. I think he should have stayed down, took the knee, gave himself the 8 seconds to try to recuperate. But he just hopped up, and then we got the infamous chicken dance, as they call it. Shout out to Zab Judah, by the way. I believe he's making a comeback, if I'm not mistaken. I just saw a photo of him. He looks like he's in phenomenal shape.
Oh, but, yeah?
Yeah, Zab is ripped up, cut up everywhere. He's looking good.
I never been really a Zab Judah fan.
Around that era, me personally, Shane was my favorite. I don't think Shane was the best. I've got my own thoughts on that. I think it's mainly because every time he faced somebody who could think on a certain level, Shane just could never make the right adjustments. He just could never make the right adjustments. We seen it twice versus Vernon Forrest. We seen it twice versus Winky Wright. And we saw it in the Floyd Mayweather fight. It's like once those guys were able to disarm him, there was very little he could do, but still he was my favorite at the time.
I always thought, to me, Sugar Shane Mosley was a solid B fighter, not an A-class, A-plus fighter, to me.
To me as well, despite the fact that he's one of my favorites. And the reason why I would refrain from calling him a A fighter is because of what I just mentioned. Every time he went against somebody who could think on a certain level, Shane just had difficulty making adjustments. Vernon Forrest twice, Winky Wright twice, and against Floyd Mayweather.
The Floyd Mayweather joint, I don't hold that over his head too much because he was a little on the back end of his career. His reflexes didn't look the same to me.
Yeah, Squeeze, but reflexes aside, though, to me, it comes down to decision making. I mean, you hit the guy with a clean right hand, probably one of the cleanest right hands Floyd has ever been hit with, but you keep trying to duplicate the same success, and the man took it away from you. At what point do you pivot to something else?
So, who you leaning more to the side of? Floyd taking it from him, handicapping the capitalization of him getting
Floyd
robbed,
handicapping him,
or Shane didn't have the legs under him to be able to capitalize on putting the punches together, stand a distance so Floyd wouldn't grab him. But I guess that would go in on the decision-making part too, but still betting still that I never really thought Shane had legs on him.
Yeah, but for me, it's taking it away because the adjustment that Floyd made, for one, he started leading his offense with a lead hook. So naturally, with him leading with a lead hook, now Shane, he got to keep his right hand home for defense. And that was the one punch he was looking to land was the right hand. So Floyd turned his right hand from an offensive weapon and rendered it into a defensive weapon. And then everything else it fell in behind that lead hook. After that, Floyd started generating offense off of that. But he started making Shane think about defense opposed to offense. And then when Shane was thinking offense, It was the same approach over and over and over again.
Well, first of all, that woke Floyd out. Second of all, Floyd is a tactician in every sense of the word. In his corner, with the experience he had in his corner, tactician himself. And Floyd like, okay, let me stop playing around and get serious. It almost cost me. But he started breaking Sugar down. Sugar was there to be hit like a heavy bag. That stab to the sternum, the middle of the, right under the chest cavity, was bending. Shook, man. That was a masterclass breakdown. That was a well placement of punches I ever seen in my life. Was that ass whooping he put on Sugar at the hurdle. At the Sugar hurdle.
It was serious. I was so deflated because, again, I'm a Shane Mosley fan. So when he landed that right hand, I was over the moon. I was like, yes. But then round 3 came, and the momentum started sliding to Floyd, and then round 4, and then by the time round 6 came, I was like, damn, ain't nothing he could do. It's like he gave it his best shot, but he was just spent. So, yeah, I drive old cars. He did get old fast, but also prior to that, we got to remember what he did to Margarito and Ricardo Mayorga.
Who?
Shane Mosley.
You said punch drunk Margarito and a drunk punch drunk, Margarito and a drug infested Mayorga. I'm sorry, I can't even count them guys as credible opponents because to me they weren't 1,000% committed to the sport. They was just going through the motions of getting a check. That's my opinion on those two guys. I never was impressed with Margarita or Mayorga.
Yeah, but those guys also still beat some credible people. As a matter of fact, before he fought Shane, he came off a win over Fernando Vargas. Ricardo Mayorga, that is. Then, of course, with Margarito, he cheated with the
Fernando
Vargas
was always a C-plus fighter to me.
Well, regardless of such, at the time, and then also the guy who whooped Shane's ass twice, Vernon Forrest, Mayorga beat him twice.
You know why? Because Vernon Forrest was damaged, and he couldn't. I think he had a little Kool-Aid in his heart when Mayorga intimidated him. And Forrest he looked like nothing in those two fights.
Yeah, but it's difficult to say that he was damaged because prior to him fighting Mayorga twice, he had beat Shane twice, back to back, and then he still has some credible wins after that, like Corte.
So what that
Carlos Baltimore, Sergio Mora.
If he beat, them dudes solid. They solid C-plus fighters to me. If he beat Shane twice or Mayorga, what do you think?
Oh, styles make fights. That's what I would say. Because Shane lost to Vernon Forrest twice.
Because if Shane was grade A, people calling him a goat on here, he'd have made mincemeat of Mayorga.
He did though. He beat Mayorga. But Mayorga beat Vernon Forrest twice, who beat him twice. And this is why I say styles make fights.
Vernon Forrest was tough. Vernon Forrest was
Viper. R.I.P. to the Viper. Can we talk about upcoming fights we think should happen in the future? Like who? Like who do you have in mind, Brooklyn Beezy? The Big Baby fight? Big Baby versus Big Baby. That is a tough one. I would love to see Jared Anderson win because I feel like he needs some momentum. Because I think that Jared Anderson, he's talented. He's talented. I think he's got some good attributes at his disposal. But he's one of them guys. They say his heart ain't in it. Errol Spence versus Virgil Ortiz. What you think about that, Squeeze?
I'm going with Virgil Ortiz.
Is it the layoff?
I don't believe Earl can pull that off. It ain't even the layoff really too much. It's part of it, but I always say Earl was a solid B fighter. I always said that. I followed Earl out of the Olympics. I said he's solid. He's solid. He a solid fighter, but I'm just not really seeing no really tricks with him. Straight up, north and south. He gotten better as he moved on, but Mikey Garcia, he fought the damaged Kell Brook. Sean Porter damn near beat him. Arguably, people say that could have been a draw or still went Earl way. He was bigger than Danny Garcia. He waited to fight Bud. He even said in that hallway in the when they ran across each other that why I go for the big fish, work my way up to the big fish. And you see what happened when he fought him.
Well, he was talking about the political landscape at the time. You know how
Correct.
it is. It's a lot easier to make those in-house fights. It's a lot easier to make that happen because it's a win-win situation for the people throwing the fight. That's how it always is.
But let's do what our narrator in the chat say. Let's talk about up and comers, bro. We got new narrators in the chat. Let me see. I'd like to see Shushu and Inoue. I like to see Shushu and Inoue up and coming.
You see, Shushu said he was too small for 126.
Yeah.
I think he kind of got a point. Because up until this point, Monster Inoue look pristine, spotless. But up at 122, he's already been dropped twice. Now, albeit he performed, you know what I'm saying, once he got his bell rung. He got dropped by Luis Neri. He got up, thugged it out, stopped the guy. Got dropped by Ramon Cardenas. Got up, stopped the guy. But it's starting to seem like he's approaching his limit physically. Because he still got skills. He got speed, power, and all that other stuff. But, you know, physics is physics. And Monster's a guy that started down there at 108. So for him to be up at 126, he's up there with guys that could arguably fight at 130 and 135. Because these guys are cutting down to make 126. So he might be a little too small for 126, but we'll see. We'll find out soon enough. You're gonna be fighting MJ Akhmadaliev. I think that should be a really good fight. Then they talking about him possibly fighting Alan Picasso. Selfishly, I want to see him versus Junto Nakatani. I think that right there, that's the Bud Spence over there out there in Japan. That's the big fight to make. You know what I'm saying? That's the Bud Shakur. That's the Bud Shakur. That's the Bud Spence, the Tank Shakur. They got to get it in over there. Who's going to reign supreme over there in Japan? Is it going to be Junto or is it going to be Monster? That's the way that them guys will separate themselves. I Drive Old Card says he got boots number 2 over Abel Ramos. Oh, not Abel, Jesus Ramos. He thinks they should fight for the title. That would be a really good fight, honestly. Jesus Ramos, to be honest with you, bro, that dude look like he need to be up at middleweight. That is a big dude. I didn't realize how big he was until I seen him versus Joey Spencer. He had Joey Spencer looking like a 140 pounder.
Yeah, he was big. Oh.
Bruh, that size disparity was crazy. I'm like, who sanctioned this? Who put Joey in here with this dude? Because Jesus looked massive.
That was crazy.
But him versus Boots is a nice fight. I like it.
I like it too, but Boots just need to fight.
I think so too. I think he got to fight, mainly to get acclimated. That's the main thing. I
just want to see Boots fighting, throwing his hands at 54.
Yeah. And it's not too much easy work at 154 anyway. Everywhere you go, anybody who's in the top 10 in all 4 of the sanctioning bodies, these guys can fight. These guys can scrap. So he said Ramos got to hydrate to 190. He looked big as hell in there. Even the last fight that he had versus Jason Rosario, he looked massive in that fight too. I'm like, yo, how is he making his weight?
Crazy.
But then again, everybody's frame and weight distribution is different. But he looked big.
Crazy.
Kobe Tron says, what do you think about going back to the same day weigh-ins?
That would be nice.
Do you think it would keep more guys honest? Because what we see nowadays is you got guys.
I think they should weigh in at fight day at 12. The weigh-in should be at 12. And give them. They fight at the main event. Weigh in at 12. Go rehydrate, eat something, drink something, rest up, make it to the arena 2 hours early. What you think?
I'm not mad at it because what I believe is it'll eliminate some of that weight bully talk that we hear amongst the fans. Oh, this guy's a weight bully. He needs to be at this higher division. If you got to weigh in the same day, you don't want to be depleted. So you're going to fight closer to your natural weight class. Because we got some guys, man, these guys cutting down 30 and 40 pounds in a camp to make weight. Because they know they got a day and some change to hydrate. Most of the time when we see these weigh-ins at these conferences, they ain't even real weigh-ins. Those are the ceremonial joints. They do the weigh-in early in the morning, and then by the time they do the joint for the camera, that's all. That ain't nothing but a photo opportunity. So you bring back the same day weigh-ins. I think that it'll keep more guys honest. Of course, there's some people that will push back against that and say, well, the reason why we need rehydration and so on and so forth is because, brain injuries and all that other stuff like that. Jarrell Hattie says that the same day weigh-ins that ruins the pro atmosphere, just keep rehydration clauses active. Yeah. What's so funny about the rehydration clause is what a lot of people don't take into consideration is after that second weigh-in, you can pretty much do whatever you want to do after the second weigh-in. Shushu been at 26 for 4 years. Yeah, it might be time for him to move up. His last couple weigh-ins, my man been looking a little drawn in, just a tad bit. Cheekbones looking sharp enough to cut glass.
Yeah.
Xander Zayas versus Sebastian Fundora. Fundora wants his belt back. Yeah. But the only problem with that, Mr. Henson, is you got one guy over at PBC. You got the other guy over there at Top Rank. Would these guys be willing to do business? Does it make enough sense monetarily for that fight to take place right now? Unless, they get some outside assistance. You know what I mean? Maybe a Riyadh season or Ring magazine, something like that. That fella from Saudi Arabia, maybe he swoop in, toss a bag at him, get him to scrap. But outside of that, it's like all these guys going to get in the ring. Because once again, to the point that Squeeze made before about Errol Spence and Terrance Crawford, the promoters, they want them in-house fights. So regardless of the outcome, it's a win-win for them. We don't want to send you across this. Right. We don't want to send you across the street and then you mess around, you lose, and then now the title's over there with them. But if you keep the belt in-house, we can pretty much have a round robin and circulate the title under the banner. Same day weigh-ins, Abdullah Mason, a welterweight. You think so? I seen Abdullah in person. He ain't look that big. He looked pretty lean, and he wasn't even fighting that night. I saw him last year at Oshaki Foster versus Abraham Nova. He was in the crowd with all his brothers, and he looked pretty lean. He didn't look like he put on a lot of weight. So I think that he's somebody keep his weight in check in between fights. Jaron Ennis versus Xander Zayas. I wouldn't be mad at that either. Now, you see, Brooklyn Beasy, they were talking about Boots Ennis fighting against Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly, if I'm not mistaken, is like number 2 in the WBO. That's the sanctioning body where Xander Zayas got the title at 154. So if Boots was able to fight him, then that would move him closer to fighting Xander Zayas in the rankings. But it's looking like somebody else is going to swoop in and get that fight versus Josh Kelly. I can't remember who it was. I saw it the other day though. No. That's Josh Taylor that just retired. Josh Kelly's still fighting. Josh Taylor is retired. Shout out to Josh Taylor. Well deserved, former undisputed champion at 140. But Josh Kelly, he's still getting busy at 154. Hell yeah, stressed out. A lot of them guys are a lot smaller than they look on TV. On TV, them guys look like giants, and you see them in person.
Yeah, the camera put weight on people. That ain't no lie, yo. The camera put weight on people. I seen Caleb Plant. You gotta figure I seen a lot of these guys close up, and Caleb Plant was small, like slender. And I'm like, damn, you ain't to fight at 168. And Anthony Durrell, he was tall and rangy, but he didn't look real big, like, for 168. But Pacquiao looked kind of huge when I saw him. He had the suit on.
I know his head had to look massive in person. Cause I seen what's my boy's name? And shout out to him. I know a lot of people are on the fence about him. Me personally, I like him. Timothy Bradley, I seen him. I said, man, Timothy Bradley got a big ass head. I seen his head from across the room. I said, yeah, that's Timothy Bradley over there. Yeah, he turned around and it sure enough was him. But I was like, I know that milk dud head anywhere. That's Timothy Bradley right there.
Who fighting tomorrow night?
Oh, Oscar Duarte and Kenneth Sims. That should be a banger. Because Oscar Duarte, man, that dude, he don't throw nothing but straight heat from the opening bell. That dude is rock'em sock'em robot. Kenneth Sims, he's a smooth operator, a technician, but there's a power disparity here. So what I'm looking at is, can Kenneth Sims do enough with his boxing to keep Oscar Duarte from landing a big shot that could change the complexion of the fight? Because Duarte got about a 79% KO ratio. Kenneth Sims is a modest, like 38%, something like that. So it's a big gap in power. He got like 8 knockouts in like 24 fights.
Yeah, Kenneth Sims was supposed to be one of the next superstars of boxing. But he came up short on several occasions. He put up good performances, decent performances, but he take lulls and rounds. To me, he at the end of the rounds, he not closing the rounds out good for me. The last time I saw him, and it's been a minute.
His last fight was against a dude, Castaneda. He boxed really well in that fight. Did his thing with him. Castaneda's a very experienced opponent. Fought several notable guys. He got a sneaky good resume. Fought pretty much who's who from 140. Guy's been in there with some people. So Kenneth Sims, he handled business versus him. Oscar Duarte, he's coming off a stoppage victory over Miguel Medueno. First time he had ever been stopped. And Medueno, he's been in there with some good fighters himself. Been in there with the Dragon, Steve Claggett, my guy from Canada. I like him a lot. He was in there with Keyshawn Davis. He was in there with Justin Paldo. He could fight. Both of these guys can fight. So should be an exciting fight. And then in co-main, we got two guys who are trying to see where they fit in today's landscape at 140. And that's Regis Prograis versus Jojo Diaz. Both guys seemingly on the back nine. Jojo Diaz got stopped for the first time recently versus Oscar Duarte. Ironically, he's going to be in the main event. But, Regis, he looks like he slowed down quite a bit since that Josh Taylor fight. That was a grueling fight. He's a long way from the guy that fought against like Juan Velasco. Seen his fight versus Danielito Cerrilla. He was struggling to cut the ring off, got dropped in that fight. Then he went to the Devin Haney fight, got dropped in that fight. His fight against Jack Catterall, he was doing all right, but then got caught. If I'm not mistaken, got dropped in that fight. And Regis used to have a really good chin. He used to be sturdy, but it's looking like that punch resistance is starting to slip a little bit. And I remember seeing a video where he was making weight, and they had him in the tub, and they had to carry him to the bed. Like, anytime you got to go through these extreme measures to cut weight, that's never good.
Yeah.
It's never good.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So weak you can't walk, they got to carry you. That's not good.
Definitely got, I don't know, man.
Espinoza could fight. Anthony Yarde by stoppage. I don't know about that. I appreciate you rooting for the underdog. I like underdogs myself. But I think David Benavidez is going to handle business versus Anthony Yarde. I think Anthony Yarde, talented guy, but David Benavidez, I think he's just a little too much all around. Too crafty, too much pace. Anthony Yarde got a reputation for gassing, Seeing it
He a
happen
front
in the
runner.
big stages. Yeah. I don't, I'm trying to speak euphemistically and not be too harsh, but cultivated somewhat of a reputation for fading. Seen it happen versus Sergey Kovalev. Yo, the man was so tired, Squeeze. He got hit with a jab and just couldn't move. I can't remember the last time I seen somebody get stopped by a jab.
Dang.
But it wasn't even like he was hurt. He was just so tired. He was exhausted, just physically spent.
Yeah.
And he just laid there. He got hit with a jab and just laid there on his back.
He had
He just
nothing
got
left.
nothing left. And it also happened versus Arthur Beterbiev. Like he was boxing well. Focus started to slip. Same thing happened versus Lyndon Arthur in the first fight. So I think that Anthony Yard, he's talented, pretty agile for a guy.
He got to get over the hill.
Facts.
He got to get over the hill. He need a big win, big name. He need it, and he need it now.
Yeah, 1,000%.
But it ain't gonna happen with Benavidez. I'm not a real big fan of Benavidez's, but he's definitely gonna. I think I got him. I got him getting Yardy out of there.
I could see it happening. I could see the TKO, like Mr. Henson said. I could see the TKO. I don't think he's going to spark him or knock him out cold or nothing like that, but I could see him breaking him down systematically, wearing him out, poking holes in his gas tank, and just wearing him down. That's it.
Yeah, I drive old cars. I agree with you to a certain degree with that take. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
he's
but
not
the thing
quite
about
a monster to me neither.
But the thing about David Benavidez is that dude, his skills just appreciate on a fight-to-fight basis. He's one of them guys where if you watch him under the microscope, you can appreciate him a lot more. He does a lot of crafty things, a lot of high-level things that the average boxer just doesn't do. And it may not always look pretty, but the functionality and the intentionality behind it, it outweighs that stuff. Because I wasn't really too high on myself. I ain't going to lie to you. Shout out to my man Flossy Sports. Benavidez is his favorite fighter. So in preparation for the fight with Boo Boo, my man Thomas Hill, shout out to Shawa, like a group of us, for about a month straight, we watched David Benavidez versus Demetrius Andrade. We watched both of their fights respectively, like every day. And I was like, yo, the more I was watching this guy fight, I was like, yo, he was just getting better and better and better. Early on in his career, his feet were terrible. He could not throw a right hand without squaring up, without falling in. But he worked on it. Defensively, he was straight up and down. Now he's changing levels. He's slipping punches. He's going from the high guard to the cross block to the shell. The guy is just super duper intuitive. And I believe a lot of it has to do with him getting high level work from the time he was a teenager. The dude was sparring Triple G at 14 years old. Sparring Triple G, sparring Dmitry Bivol, sparring Kelly Pavlik, sparring Alexander Vazik. And he was doing this as a teenager.
That was vicious. But I'm gonna agree with I drive old cars with he not really the Mexican monster. When I think of the Mexican monster, I'm thinking Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., a couple of Salvador Sanchez's, those guys like that. vicious in their assaults.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a one punch type of guy at all. But the one thing I do like about him is his commitment to improving. And this dude is just getting better to better on a fight-to-fight basis.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
What do you think about this,
agree.
though, Squeeze? Adrien Broner versus Jake Paul. Adrien Broner said he'll knock Jake Paul out.
I wish it happened for him. I wish, even though I know Jake Paul gonna knock Adrien Broner into the 5th row, at least he'd be, amongst the fans and with a check in his pocket. True story. We down, we in Baltimore, Tank Fort. That one fight he had in Baltimore at the arena. Adrien Broner came walking through the crowd with what's his name? Bunny. He came
yeah. Robert Easter.
Yeah. He came walking through the crowd in Baltimore with Bunny. And people was calling, yo, you a bum to Adrien. And Adrien was like, and this my ears. This ain't no people always ask me about stuff. I'm telling you this because I was there and I heard it. This ain't no he say stuff. So the Adrien Broner was like, that's why you broke. That's why you look at that outfit you got on. And it was like, you a bum. I lost my money on you. You a bum to Adrien. So we get outside. We on the backside where the Tank and all the stars come out at. And they took it outside. Motherfuckers like, I see when you go. I'm thinking the bullets great fly. And Adrien Broner was talking smack back. And Bunny and them was like, yo, come on, yo, let's bounce. Like, let's go. We don't know where we at. These dudes not playing down here. He like, somebody in the crowd was like, I'll burn you up right now in front of everybody. And Bunny and them was like, yo, let's go. Yeah. I'm fucking say, I don't care nothing about no damn police. Yeah. I was right there. I was like, chill, man. Yo, he was cracking back on the dude. Look at your shoes and all that. And the dude was like, I'm going to bury you in these shoes. Yeah. Adrien Broner crazy, man. Ain't no way in the world I'm going somewhere else beefing in the atmosphere I don't know nothing about outside the arena. He had his little couple of guys with him, but that ain't going to stop no hail of bullets.
No, it ain't. Yeah, you got to move cautiously, move accordingly. AB is a wild dude, though.
Adrien crazy, though, man.
Shout out to AB. I hope he's doing
shout
well.
out to Matthew Stafford. Rest in peace. The Matthew Stafford, his coach. He used to always tell everybody, Adrien, going to do what Adrien do, man. If he would have listened to Matthew Stafford, he would have been good. Just like Mike Tyson would cuss. Same effect.
Shows the power of psychology, man, and having somebody who understands and somebody who believes.
Mike
was in a rough spot. He's dealing with a fractured team.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Jake Paul knock Adrien Broner into the 10th row of the stadium. The can man, the candy man,
Anybody can get it.
Yup.
African,
my face can get it too.
Dominican. I just whooped a Mexican.
A black can.
He was wilding out that night and the brushing of the hair. But I am hearing that Jake Paul His team, they strongly considering facing Anthony Joshua.
Oh. Yeah, what a shame though. I ain't gonna dab too far in it. But what a shame. Adrien Broner. What a shame, man. That you could go from the White House to living in front of the Chinese joint in your neighborhood, the chicken spot. God damn. Yo, fell. He need bicycle pads on this goddamn knees. He fall from glory. He fell from the sky. All that money he made. All that money he made. Flat out broke.
Well, he did it his way. Enjoyed himself.
Yeah. I can't say he didn't.
Super accomplished. What is he, a four division champion or something like that?
Yeah.
AB did it big, man. Salute to AB. I hope he's in a better place.
Yeah.
Hope he's doing well. And I always hear really good things about Adrien Broner as far as the way he treated people around him. There's so many stories about him being a very generous person, very warm. So salute to Adrien Broner. Turkey said Jake Paul said yes. He was going to ask Joshua if he wanted to fight. Yeah, I saw that, Brooklyn Beezy. And I like Turkey's logic behind wanting to see this fight. It's like, yo, Jake Paul, if you legitimate, you'll rise to the top. Anthony Joshua, we got to figure out where the hell you are. We got to figure out where you are. So this fight is somewhat of a crossroads for both guys. It's a crossroads for both guys.
You'll say that man selling dime rocks right now.
No.
Yo hitting in the hole and he ain't got no runner and nothing. Straight out his hand, I drove with old cars. He ain't got no clout to get a touter, yo.
I don't think that fight gets made, Mr. Henson. I don't think that fight gets made. I would like to see it though. It'd be entertaining. Because Roelly, you see him over there with Salas. He getting his boxing skills together. He's getting more poised. He's adding to his toolkit. Julian Rodriguez, he had a really good performance versus Avius Griffin. Was that about a month ago? He showed up. He showed out. Got a damn good knockout. Sensational knockout. But I don't think that fight happens. What's more realistic, I'm not sure who it was in the chat. I'd have to scroll up and look. But somebody mentioned Roelly versus Mario Barrios. That makes sense. Both them guys over there at PBC. One guy got the WBC. The other guy got the WBA. You can make a, unification match. Mario Barrios, he's got some notoriety. He fought Tank, Keith Thurman, just fought the illustrious Manny Pacquiao. He was on that Mike Tyson Jake Paul card.
I got Roelly beaten.
You got Roelly beating Mario Barrios? How does it happen? Yep. Decision
by knockout.
By knockout.
Yeah. I got Roelly knocking. I got Roelly knocking Mario Barrios sorry ass out.
I don't know, man. Barrios hard to kill.
Man, hell, man. Roelly gonna knock him. Roelly gonna go straight at yo when the bell ring.
That's a hard man to stop.
Roelly can crack, yo. Roelly got that dolo strength, and Roelly getting better putting that shit together. Because people laughed at him. The odds against Roelly like been making believers out of people here lately. You gotta give him his props for that. He done took some laws. He done took some laws, but he ain't let them laws define them. He went back to the lab, came back working harder and getting results. You gotta respect that out of a fighter.
No, for sure. I mean, that's what I said. You know, Salas has been doing a great job with him over at the Salas Boxing Academy. Roelly's been putting in the work, and it's been showing up. It's been translating the fights. So I can't take that away from him. But Mario Barrios has been in there with some pretty good punches himself. And the only person to stop him was Tank.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Well, the person that stopped the person gonna stop him. Ain't that how the myth normally goes? Shit. Yeah, Barrios pissed me off, man.
Me too, because I wanted him to be more assertive. I wanted to see Hector Camacho versus Sugar Ray Leonard. But instead, my man was in there being all friendly. I'm like, man, this is not a damn sparring session. Step to his old ass, hit him in the body. He was allowing Manny Pacquiao to officiate the fight. He hit Manny with a shot to the body. Manny gonna tell him, keep it up. Like, don't stray below the belt and all this other stuff. The referee's gonna tell Manny, hey, that was legal. Mario Barrios go back to the corner. Hey, man, you can't let this dude ref the fight. Right there, that just showed that Barrios was just showing way too much respect. Like, Barrios, he's a warrior. We seen this guy in there take some hellacious shots, seen him get dropped, get back up, seen him get his face busted to the point where he was all, you know what I mean, twisted and contorted. But I just think that he's a nice guy.
Do you ever hear Mario Barrios talk, or you paying attention to him? You're not paying attention to him. Mario Barrios talks with a slur. Mario Barrios is becoming damaged goods. His face be battered after each fight. He's taking too much punishment, man. He's turning into a zombie.
Jackie Chan with a slap pack, yeah. Yeah, he is. Win, lose, or draw, the way his face has looked in the past couple fights, he's sustained a lot of damage. Face was all busted up versus Fabio Madonna.
The way he talks,
I would have to go back a couple years and do some comparison, but he always had that
slow ass slur talk.
You know, I'm just gonna go out there and do my best, and hopefully it's enough to get the W and get my hand. Like, he always talked like that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and I guess.
But I agree with you as far as his face, though, because it's like every fight, whether he win or lose, eyes swollen shut, nose bleeding. Is Tim Tszyu a quitter?
He ain't willing to die in there. Put it like that. So if you want to equate that with quitting, he's a quitter. He wasn't willing to die. Some people not willing to die. And he felt next to death with the hydrogen bombs he was getting hit with. I don't blame you, Tim Tszyu. Go cash that check and Live the rest of your life out. Because if you'd have tried to stay in front of that night, that money would have been burying you.
Oh my Lord. I drive old cars. Come in, man. Shoot my guy Tim Tszyu some bail. Shoot him some bail. You see them shots he was getting hit with? It got dicey real quick for my man Tim Tszyu. And I agree with you, Squeeze. And I said something similar earlier. Not in those exact words. But you go back and you look at Tim Tszyu's career, right? 2017, he fought this cat by the name of Wade Ryan. He got dropped early in that fight. Then he fought the veteran Terrell Gausha. He got dropped early in that fight. Then there was the fight with the first fight with Fundora. There was the accidental cut. He bled all over the place. Then you go to his next fight after that versus Bakram Murtazaliev. First solid punch he got hit with. You know what he did? The man went like this. Checked his head to make sure he wasn't bleeding. So clearly he's conscious of that now. And then Bakram ended up stopping him in about 3 rounds. He got hurt early in that fight. And then fast forward to the rematch with Fundora. He got stopped in that fight. So I think with Tim Tszyu, like his threshold for how much adversity he's willing to push through, I think it's starting to drop. It ain't where it once was. Early in his career, he could get sat on his back pockets. He pop back up. He's getting back to it. Now he's getting hit with these shots, and it's just not the same. His willingness to fight through that, it's just not the same. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Be saved from their own self, though.
Yeah, they do. The man's name is the Soul Taker. What happens when the Soul Taker get his soul taken?
Crazy, man. I guess that man, like, he ain't dying on this. Some people ain't willing to die in that ring. You know, I don't blame him. Closing arguments, champ.
Same as always. Small things, all things. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. For my peoples in the chat, you know we always got to end the show with the special effects. Little confetti. Little balloons. Oh no, that's fireworks. Hold on. That's balloons. Where's my balloons at?
There they go. No, that's confetti.
Shout out to the GOAT moderator. Boom. Peace and love to everybody in the chat. You said Tim Tszyu retires in 2026. Oh, my Lord. This guy, I drive old cars. He's pushing my man off into retirement.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Me neither. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's made some good money. Headlined a couple of events.
He's been in some tough fights these last 3 fights.
Hell yeah, with the exception of that Joey Spencer fight. No disrespect to Joey Spencer. But we knew what that was because anybody who had seen the fight that Joey Spencer had with Jesus Ramos, you already know what that situation was. It's like, we got to get Tim Tszyu back on track, and we're going to put him in there with somebody where he can look sensational, and then we can rant and rave and say the man is back. That way we can sell the rematch with him and Fundora. Just follow the money. 2025. I'm out of here.
All right, great show, y'all. Love y'all, man. Be safe out there. Have a blessed weekend. We had a good time chopping it up about the sport tonight, man. And love you guys, man. And see y'all on the next one. As we always say on the Rize podcast, it's your boy, the Smoothie King. All assets. Limpall Swami, Coach Calvin, and brother Ed McQueen, our brother station, New York affiliate. Right back at y'all with another one. Catch y'all Sunday, God willing, man. Like I say, be vigilant and be safe.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz all this life we ain't put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. And now we rich now. We got money. I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up from nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.